And here we go. Well, hello, everybody. It's Dr. Hank, and we're here on what this is the Mastermind for Real Estate Professionals. And so you're going to really enjoy this. It's going to give you some ideas, some next steps on how to take advantage of this changing world of ours. And so it's going to be great. I welcome all of you and thank you for coming this afternoon. Just as a reminder, every Tuesday we have this mastermind where I'll share some of my thoughts and then we'll open it up for questions, comments, whatever for all of us. And so it's kind of like being live together. And we are live together. It's just that we're standing in the same room. And so that way we don't have to transfer any germs or diseases or whatever. And then tomorrow is for the whole family, and even kids can come, and that is health, wealth, and success. And that's at noon, and that's where I teach the 3 different steps on how to have health, wealth, and success. So it'll help you in your real estate business. And this meeting today is open to all real estate professionals. So I have some of my business partners on here, and they can be mortgage, title, whatever. I would encourage you to invite any and everybody, any real estate professional to this meeting on Tuesdays. Again, Wednesday is health, wealth, and success at noon again, and I have it's on Zoom, and I can share that with you if you just contact me. If you don't have it, if you're not on my list, I send it out. Then on Thursday, I have for just real estate agents and brokers, basically how to be able to improve their business under this new world, and I call it your GPS to real estate success, and that keeps on evolving and just getting better and better. In fact, we're going to talk about that today. So let me start out. We had talked in a couple previous sessions about if we just be a little bit more relaxed about what's happening in the world, and in fact, call it different names, and it'll be a little bit more helpful to all of us if we use different names. And so, for example, let's just call it change. And so we have a lot of change, and that creates opportunities. And I'm going to share with you some opportunities that have arisen now in this new world. And I would strongly suggest that you write these down as you hear one that you say, hey, that's a good idea. And then you want to start running with that idea. This will increase your business. It'll increase the way that you're thinking about the world, your business, and everything else. So here's some points. And by the way, I just started brainstorming all these amazing, wonderful things that all of us have for us now because of what has happened. So the advantages in today's market. Number one, there will be less competition. And normally I don't talk about competition is, there really is none. The only competition really we have is in our own mind. But looking at as far as other agents in the marketplace do not have the skills that you now have, do not have the mindset support that you now have, do not have the business plan, the schedule, the coaching. And speaking of coaching, remember, you can just text me or email me or call me or whatever I've had people from our last session, we talked about how we could, on our Thursday session, we talked about how we can take advantage of apartments. And so I had one agent get back to me and said, hey, I know how to do some analysis on apartments. And so they're doing in DFW and in a couple other markets, some analysis on these apartments and buying and selling apartments. Because the fact is, there's a lot of investors. There's a lot of investors that are buying and a lot of investors that need to sell. And so it's opened up a whole new opportunity. opportunity. But other coaching that I have, I had one agent contact me and say, hey, I just got stuck on the appraisal didn't come in the way that we needed it to. And so I gave her a magical sentence, and these magical sentences that I'm going to give you one today that's going to help you increase your business. And if you'll just write it 21 times every day, I guarantee you, you'll have more business. And that's all about the subconscious mind. But see, all of these resources that you have that other agents don't have. In fact, I've talked to brokers around the nation now, and what's happening is a lot of agents that aren't very high producing agents are just dropping out of real estate, which again is just good news for us, more business for us. And there's plenty of buyers in every county, no matter, we have people from around the United States on, that whatever county you're in, they're literally just in the last week have been thousands, at least a couple thousand of contracts signed, buy-sell contracts signed, and a couple thousand closes. In fact, we have one of our agents just had a closing yesterday, and it was because of one of our specific particular programs that I'll actually bring up today. So, and again, when you hear something here that you just say, oh yeah, I want to run with that idea, write it down, and then afterwards review your notes and identify what are the key things that I'm going to start doing, because all of us have more time. So back to this list. So there's going to be, you're going to be more in the spotlight, if you will. There's going to be less competition. You have the systems. I talked to an agent who wants to become a broker this morning, and they were saying, hey, I need things for marketing. And, you know, we have a whole marketing department for you. And I have it all, you know, it's all ready for you to just be able to take off with that. And then in particular, habits. And so and the most important habits are your thought habits. And so you have this advantage. So that's just point one on how you have an advantage out there because of you being on this, on our Mastermind Group. Because you participating, and again, I would recommend that you Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at noon join me, because it'll just help you to get new thoughts. Because remember, thoughts create your experience. They ultimately create your experience. So what are you thinking about? Now, point number two, prospecting will be a lot more efficient. More people are home, and here's what more people are hungry for. Even though you may not see it on the social media or not, that they're hungry for some good, positive advice, okay? So there's many people in many different situations out there. But last week we talked about, and again, if you want specifics from me, I can share that with you. But, you know, we as real estate agents and brokers have we have a lot of knowledge. And so today's up-to-date knowledge is that there is an eviction moratorium. We need to talk to the people that we know and let them know that we know about the eviction moratorium. Now, maybe the people you're talking to don't need that, but maybe they know people that you can help. This is a time to really connect with people. They're going to remember you forever, and come to them with heart. This isn't just about real estate and getting business. This is about serving people to the highest extent with one of the most important things. That's why a real estate agent is an important job, and why we're able to go out and function to some degree like we normally do, because of our important status, if you will, and that's home ownership. People need homes, food, and we provide the home, the American dream. There's the loan modification program. So again, let me just rattle off these three things. It's the eviction moratorium, it's the loan modification program, and it's forbearance, which means lender grace. Those three things are like in law now, and again, you can Google and find out more detail or ask me, but you should be talking and just bringing that up to people that, hey, be aware that that is there. Also, help your fellow agents or other people. You know, there is unemployment, and like Normally, real estate agents can't do unemployment. Now, most of you have lots of business, and then I just talked to an agent this week. We'll make about $23,000, okay? And so can you. All she does is listen to me, and that's actually Teresa, and she's on. Hi, Teresa, and she'll be talking with us and later on how she did that. But so back to this idea about prospecting is more efficient now for you. People are not only home, they might even answer their phone now. and so people, before it was, oh, I'm too busy. And again, for those of us with the proper mindset, never say you're too busy. But for those other people that said they're too busy, they become too busy. God gives them what they're praying for. The prayer is they're asking for, oh, I'm too busy. God says, okay, I'll bring you more busy. And so now that's over with. And they have plenty of time. People don't have any excuses anymore. And it's a time to really talk to them and offer your value. It's also a great time for more referrals because you are this amazing, knowledgeable real estate agent. You're going to get more referrals. Now is the time to provide great service and to really be recognized and appreciated for all the different things you have. So I would, and how to position that as far as the script is concerned. Call people and say, hey, right now I am armed and ready. I'm with America's #1 team of knowledge and up to date about what's happening in the world with all these changes, and I can help people and I can help them big time. So do you know anybody that's looking to buy or sell a home? And to get into more verbiage on that for buyers, you want to, if you have buyers or sellers, or if you get referrals for buyers and sellers, you want to motivate them. A lot of people are reading the social media and they're saying, oh, I don't want to do anything right now, and I don't want to go out and everything. We have all the answers to do it. I actually have a checklist of 10 items to keep a buyer and a seller safe and to be able to do the deals. That's why our agents are closing deals and that we're doing it virtually. And so some people haven't even met each other. The buyer and seller haven't met each other. And some people haven't even been in the house. They have virtually seen this. So how do you motivate your buyer? Well, for buyers, that they need to go buy right now, because right now, most of the buyers are on the sidelines. Okay, and they're saying, oh, I'm going to wait, whatever. Now's the time for them to get the house that they want. For sellers, now's the time, and in fact, last week I helped an agent with the seller wasn't motivated. And so sellers need to be recognized that what's going to happen is we're already seeing that there are discounted pricing on the homes for sale. Okay, the listings are saying, oh, we've reduced price. And I just saw today at least 20 homes that are reduced price. Okay, well, what's going to happen is if that seller waits, that the assessments on these reduced prices and everything on these assessments, their appraisals are going to be a lower appraisal, and they're going to literally lose thousands of dollars. So you're here to get buyers to get the house that they want, because there's not a lot of competition, not a lot of buyers out there. And then for sellers, now is the time to do it, because the appraisals are going to start going down. They're not going to be able to get the comps that they got before, and literally at stake is losing thousands of dollars, and that's the value that we're going to have. Number 4.4, your database is going to increase in value, and you're going to be able to talk to more people now. And so that database is critical for you. And so I would suggest in your extra time, what are you doing it? And I would pre-pave all of this stuff. And during the day, say, hey, for the next hour, I'm just going to develop further my list. And so it's these spheres and influences. And I have a whole referral program. That's the only referral program you need. In fact, I have items. So I would encourage you all to ask me about a video on how to build your business to $10 million this year and do it at home. And the way to do it is with videos and recording it through like Zoom here. There's also another technology. So I'm giving you all the up-to-date stuff that, for people to know. But it is called, it's called StreamYard, STREAM yard.com, StreamYard.com. The service is free. Now, if you want to do some other things, there's an upcharge, and it's kind of like Zoom. You can only do 1 or 2 people. But what's cool is you can stream on Facebook, you can stream on LinkedIn, and you can stream on YouTube all at the same time. So if you have a message out there like educating people about what I just educated you on these 3 different points, on the evictions, the lender modification, the forbearance, and so you could do a whole thing on that. But I have a video that literally will show you how to build a $10 million business, and it is you going out and reaching out virtually to different businesses locally and saying that, and starting a Facebook page and call it whatever, something, just a fun one. It's not necessarily about real estate. And again, all the details are in this video, but you can start interviewing these businesses, put that interview up on the Facebook page, and what will happen is people will start wanting to see what's going on with different businesses and what discounts they have, etc. So it's just an amazing opportunity. Okay, number 5, your skills are going to improve. And so you finally have time to truly improve prospecting, your presentation. I have everything. I had 50 classes last week going on, interactive classes, and you can join. Again, all for free that you can join, and it's all up-to-date stuff. And so, if you need something in real estate, I have that for you. You'll strengthen your mindset. And really, this is the most beautiful time to strengthen your relationship with God and to strengthen your mindset. Because it's very easy to fall into mass consciousness and say, oh, this is the most terrible thing, and everybody's dying and blah, blah, blah. What does that get you? It doesn't get you anything. Okay, and how can you uplift people and improve people and make people feel better? Okay, how can you inspire people? So you want to think about, I'm not going to go down there. Okay, instead I'm going to rise up to and fly with my angels, if you will. And just as a reminder, on my Facebook group, Angel Connections, I would go up there, because when I post, and anybody can post up there when your angels are talking to you and you got something good going on, that post that, and that will just help you to raise your vibration, that will raise your point of attraction. Also, just kind of on, it's another point, but like discount brokers and brokers with brick and mortar, they are hurting right now. I don't know if you heard, but Keller Williams is taking their profit share, and they're considering using it, not paying the agents at all, and instead using it to pay for all their overhead. So there's a huge opportunity to be able to go virtual, and we have everything on how to do virtual and how to be on, the social media, and how to get exclusive leads from it, and how to do how to do Zoom meetings, and how to have lots of people, to attend your Zoom meetings, and they can be, clients, customers, your list, or invite them to mine. You don't even have to do anything. Like, for example, all of your clients, all of your customers, your entire list, I would send them out tomorrow's podcast on health, wealth, and success. And that's where I teach those 3 things. And then I give free coaching. Everything with me is free. And so I'll give free coaching. People can ask questions about. Last time we had this lady that was in this apartment, afraid to go outside of her apartment. There's nothing to be afraid of. that we create our own health or not. And again, I'll share those 3 steps, but it's a great way to be able to uplift and give new thoughts of hope to people, and to give hope to people on that the world is actually going to be better for all of us because of this. And right now it's better because of the way that we're thinking. And then, this is kind of a fun one, but you can reduce your debt. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, how did I reduce my debt? And well, we were going to go on, I don't know, a $70,000 cruise or something to the Orient, to Asia. And in fact, we'd be there right now. I think it was like a 3-week cruise that we were going to be there. So I saved a lot of money on that. But other things like, I'm not going out to eat all the time, just on weekends, normally Saturday and Sunday. But we actually have been ordering from some nice restaurants on Friday night and Saturday night. But we're eating in more, and I'm doing cooking, which is fun, and I love to cook, and so I'm doing cooking and more of that. And but think of ways that, hey, I'm reducing my debt. What can I use that? How can I take those savings, and what can I use that with? And I have all kinds of ideas for you. In fact, the first idea is, if you want to, one of my steps on your GPS to real estate success is step number 4, and that's savings and investment. And on that, I have a way for you to invest in apartments and everything for just $500. And so, and across America, just for $500. So again, ask me about that. If you've saved a little money, then ask me about that, and start growing your investments. And now it's the time to buy, folks. Everything is, it's a hot sale, if you will, and now is the time to do it. So that kind of relates now to point number 9, and where you can expand your portfolio. And I know that most people say, hey, I don't have much of a portfolio, and I'm just working on whatever. All you have to do is stop saying those thoughts and just say, yeah, I'm now going to build my portfolio. And if it's just $500 to put into this investment fund, it's not mine or anything, it's just a resource that I have for you. But there are investment opportunities all over the place. Again, there's distressed homes, there's foreclosures, there's all kinds of things going on. And all you need to do, and this is really a key point, is just make a decision. It doesn't matter what decision you make as far as what strategy you're going to take on the advantage with this, but make a decision. I guarantee you that God will show you the next steps. And I was talking with an agent yesterday, and she would say, hey, how do I do this? And so we started doing it to where it's like dominoes, where you just hit one domino and then, oh yeah, this is easy. And here's the easy next step. And so just know that God will lead you to what you want, but you got to make a decision on here's what I want to do. And don't use any thoughts about, oh, but I can't because I don't have whatever. Whatever you think you don't have, quit saying that, because that's actually asking for more of it. So if you say, oh, I don't have enough money, that you're actually praying for not enough money, and so you'll get not enough money. Let's see. Also, the market will remove non-motivated buyers and sellers. And so thus clearing the vision for motivated ones. So you just start saying, hey, I'm going to attract motivated buyers and sellers. In fact, I'm going to give you the magical sentence, and I want you all to write this down. It will help you attract, because there are more, because every one of you, this can apply to you. And I'd like you to write this magical sentence down. And so I put it in quote marks, whatever. Again, this you should write at least or 21 times each morning. And when you get off today, I would start writing it. And it's not a race to write. It's just you easing into your subconscious mind, because in your subconscious mind will create that and will improve your beliefs. So here it is. I easily attract So we're all magnets, okay? So what do we attract? And you can know what your belief system is based on looking at your life. Whatever you currently have, that's your belief system and what your thoughts have predominantly been. And so now we're going to alter those and improve those. We're going to shine you up, okay? It's kind of like you got a genie inside you. And you shine that genie up and you get more than 3 wishes. You get all the wishes that you want. So I easily attract motivated buyers and sellers that increase my business now. So again, I easily attract motivated buyers and sellers. We don't want buyers and sellers. I want motivated buyers and sellers that increase my business now. So I easily attract motivated buyers and sellers that increase my business now. And really, folks, those people, I love that, Phyllis. You smiling, well, you liking that, huh? Yeah, girl. We are liking that because that's a magical statement. That statement will get all of us what we want. And what do we want? We want to serve more people. We want more business. We want more commissions, want more money. All of that is there. And I'm telling you, there are motivated buyers and sellers. And when you attract them, you'll know now, because of what we've been discussing, how to motivate them even more and tell them why this is the time for every buyer and every seller. This is the time to do it. And it is the time to do it. Okay. Another point, and I bet not many of us have had this thought, but it's a time to strengthen your relationships with your vendors. And so I have done that. And so who are your vendors? Your title company, your mortgage people, you know, all the different subs that you can do on, you know, whatever that may be, the inspectors, you know, all of those people. Well, just today, about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half ago, I got a lead from a mortgage person who I connected with within the last 2 weeks. I connected with and was just seeing how she's doing and inviting her actually to this event, but then also to tomorrow's event. Now, again, remember Thursday is just mainly for real estate agents and brokers. And so I was just reaching out. So if you'll just breathe deeply, and in fact, let's just do that for a minute. I'm going to do 1 minute of breathing. It's just a good way to relax you and ease you. And what we're doing here is I want you to just be very easily thinking about attracting motivated buyers, sellers, and then other people, let's call them vendors, business partners, whatever. But I just want us to breathe here. So how to properly breathe. It's 5 seconds in. And when you breathe in, just go all the way down to your toes and then 5 seconds out. And so I would suggest you close your eyes and ready. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. And say to yourself, relax. Breathe in. And just relax. And now in that relaxed state, just ask for who you can contact. Who can I contact right now? Who can I serve? Maybe a motivated buyer or seller. Maybe just a friend. maybe a business partner, vendor. Just let that go and just think of who's that person on top of your mind right now. Breathe in deep and relax. Now, write down that name. If that name didn't come to you yet, it will. And write down that name and make sure you contact them. Woo! How you feeling? Feeling good. Okay, so so that was actually point 11 now, to strengthen your relationships with vendors. This stuff really plays off. You just have to have trust. You have to have faith that this will work. More investor clients, we talked about that last week on how you can get investors, that there are people that have invested vacation rentals called Airbnb, okay? And there literally are hundreds in your market of people that bought Airbnb. They were blowing and going, making money, and getting rented, and all of a sudden it went to a halt. And some of those people saved their money, and so they are looking to buy more places, and some are looking to sell. And so just call them and let them know that, hey, we have a pool of investors to buy if you want to sell. Or if you want to buy, you can be with our pool. And so you can just contact me, get them, contact me, and I'll get you set up with buyer investors that are either buying or selling, and for you to do that. But it's just a great way for investors. There are some investors out there that are looking to sell right now, and they're like at a reduced price in order to do it. And so your distractions, another point, your distractions can be dramatically reduced. And so you don't have to have, all these different, I got to go do this and go do that. They're all gone. I don't have any more doctor appointments, dental, whatever, massages, whatever, all those are gone. And so it's really time for you to focus in. And I want you to focus in like a laser on not only your business, but the next point, to focus in on your family and your relationships, the friends that you have. And so really just let it go. If you understand this point, it will take you to everything that you want. You just need to feel good. So be doing something, like, for example, be with your loved ones and just feel good about that. Enjoy being with them. Enjoy the conversations. Be kind to them. Just say loving things. My wife Sharon yesterday said, for the first time ever, "You're just the best." Okay. And now she said other nice things to me before, but hey, she said, "You're just the best." So that is what I want you to share with your spouse, significant other, whoever, maybe everybody, that call them up, contact them, or they're in the house or whatever, and just say to them, "You know what? You're just the best. I'm telling you, they will start being the best, whether they are or not." Okay, because they're going to start saying, "Hey, I'm the best." And so I just went and Sharon, every night, Sharon and I talk about what were the 3 best things that happened during your day. And so one of my 3 was, in fact, the first one was, hey, that you, Sharon, and it really takes courage to say things like this, to open up your heart like this. I said, but it really just touched me, and I thank you so much for saying that I was the best. And so really think about that. If you can just have these deep, meaningful relationships and really be feeling good, I promise you, you'll get referrals out of the blue. You'll get everything that you desired, because that's the name of the game. That when you're feeling good, you'll line up with all your desires and they'll start rushing to you, literally rushing to you. But again, back to, you have to have faith, because remember, when you feel good, you're lined up with God. And when you're lined up with God, all things are possible. And so all I do is feel good. And, you know, those of you that, you know me, that, you know, I just play. I have a good time. I never work. I never do anything that I don't want to do. That if I'm not inspired to do it, I don't do it. And so, and if I'm upset about something, which is not very often, but if I'm upset, I go take a nap. And do a meditation, okay? Because I'm not going to go dig it up and try to figure out why. And I had, just a person that did something that, you know, kind of hurt me that she did that and, you know, whatever. And then I thought, you know what? I'm not going there. I'm not going to, you know, respond back in any way. I just said, hey, bless you. And I just let it go because I don't want to attract any stuff like that, any people like that, any things that make me feel bad. So think about you feeling good. And this is a way for you to more clearly define your future. So I want you to think, if you will just invest 10 minutes today and every day on how does my bright future, ask this question, how does my bright future look? How does my bright future look? And when you ask that, all of a sudden you'll be given godly ideas. And wow, my bright future looks like, you know, I have more money, I have more business, I travel more, you know, whatever those things are that you want, that you desire, that they're here right now for you. You just need to feel good. And you need to be thinking about that versus watching TV. Don't be watching that TV. There's the devil. I'm looking at it right now. It's that damn TV. Exactly, Phyllis, you know, do that. And then just another, and my last point, and then I'll open it up and we can all talk that, you know, it's a time to kind of clean up. And so think about, you know, your closet, think about your desk, think about your car, you know, whatever, that when you clean up, if you will, it's like a spiritual thing, because what it does is it allows more open space. And then by you thinking about your bright future, that space will then be filled in. But you want to get rid of the clutter. You want to have clarity, and that's a godly word. And so clarity. So think about, hey, and just a little thing, you know, it can be, I'm just going to clean a drawer today. Okay, but just be easy on yourself, enjoy yourself, and just find the blessing in every moment. So there you go. That's the amazing changes and how we can take advantage of it and see the opportunities that we have. And with that, I'm going to unmute all, but we'll see how loud it is.
Oh, pues está bien. Oye, no, pues sí, dile.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
I think I'm going to, because I hear people. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, we're muting. Some of us are muted. Good, good. So let's open it up, and you know what to do. I think I got somebody. I'm going to mute all, but you can go ahead and unmute yourself. So I muted you all, but you can unmute yourself. So let's talk first on thoughts about what you like best today. What you heard today, what did you like best? What inspired you? What, you know, what inspired action do you want to take based on what you heard today? Come on, kiddos.
Well, I love the meditation. Like when we calmed ourselves down by just doing the breathing.
Yeah.
Getting centered, like it just puts me in a space of just peace, and I feel good. And so I always appreciate that. And it brought up something that I had written down, and I like the flow of these words, but it basically means appreciation, and it's arigato in, arigato out. And arigato is basically Japanese for appreciation. And so it brought that to mind as I was doing that. But I also, when I was doing the meditation, you asked us, okay, who are some motivated, and I don't know what they are or what's going on, but the names came to my mind.
Awesome.
And then several more came. So I just wrote them down, and I'll take inspired action and call those couple of 2-3 people. And, you know, a couple of things that I'd been doing that came to me recently was reaching out to my clients for recommendations on my Facebook. So I'll send them a link to my Facebook and say, hey, would you mind giving me a recommendation? It was something that I probably had planned to do 10 years ago when they bought a house, and just reaching out to them and saying, sure, you know, and people are on social media right now anyway, so I just send them a link and let them, you know, give me a recommendation. And it's just a way to reach out. And it's a way for, like, when your wife said you're the best, like, it feels good when someone says something complimentary to you and about you and your business. And so, yeah, and then one other thing, I got a couple other things, but one cool thing that I did, I cut my own hair.
Oh my God, you are looking good, baby.
Aren't I?
You are. I was going to ask you, how did you get to a barber?
It's my own. It's so fun. It was a good time. I didn't do it as probably short as I would have, because I was like, I don't know what the heck is going to happen here. But I mean, it could have been. It could have been better, probably could have been something else.
I think it looks great. I
Thank
think
you.
it's perfect just the way it is.
I do too.
It looks
Love
very,
you. Thank you.
very unique. And so I love that idea on Facebook is, you know, you have to ask to receive. So that whole idea about asking your clients, and just so you know, Ryan's a multi-million-dollar real estate agent, one of the top agents, wrote a book, Condo Living in Dallas, that and if any of you want to write a book, that's another thing, is I'll show you how. Normally books cost like 30 grand, whatever, to do and take a year. I will show you that I have all the resources and everything, like $200, you can publish a book. You just need the content. And so I just love that, Ryan. Yeah, and the meditation, then that idea about ask for those referrals. Other thoughts? And this can be questions or comments, not just necessarily in the content today, but other thoughts. Marco, I saw your kiddos there. Oh.
Yeah, yes, Dr. Hank. Actually, that was my niece, but my kids are also right here. They're playing around with each other. So
that's
good
great.
to have. Yeah.
Well, send them my love. They looked all happy, and they were looking in there, wanting to see who was talking.
Exactly. Actually, my niece was stretching her hand, through the camera, and that's a lot of fun for her to do because she wants to be in the picture all the time. And I enjoy that a lot. I have to say, Dr. Hank, one of the things that I really enjoyed about what you said, given the circumstances, and the times we're living in, is that to reach out on some of the clients that are unmotivated right now. I had two of them specifically, one buyer, one seller, and they both decided to go ahead and not pursue what they were looking for. Now, I allow that to happen because, of course, I want to, be of service to them. Right. I don't want to be pushy. That was my mindset. Yeah. But in reality, to go back to what you were saying, it would be of great service to go ahead and talk to them again. Especially the buyer, to start looking out and start, doing some house searching because prices are going down, so it will benefit them. Yeah, specifically.
And so I love that, Marco, and and just some verbiage on kind of how to do that, but say, hey, that because of these changes, I needed to tell you that the real estate market is changing, and we got to act fast here. So to the buyer, we got to act fast here, because otherwise, when everybody is able to get out, you're going to have all these buyers here, and you're not going to be able to get the house you want. Now, the other thing is, I have this 10-point list, if you will. And basically, and let me just rattle it off, but it just asked me for it, I can send it to you. But the top 10, the 10-step list, I call it. And so, if it's a buyer, I'll just rattle these off. They're not all necessarily applicable. But first of all, to get qualified, and I assume you got them qualified.
Yeah.
Then there's a health questionnaire, and you ask them, hey, have you been ill? Are you sick, coughing? Have you traveled recently? Have you tested positive for the virus? You know, so you do those safety questions. Video tour, let them know that you can do a video tour. So your buyer, I would tell them, hey, you go pick all the homes that you want on the internet. You tell me which ones. I will talk about those and, you know, make sure that it's a time we'll pick the top 3 or whatever, and you'll go and do a virtual tour with them, Facebook Live. And so you walk the house with them. And then if they like it, that they can go in, and what you do is you tell the seller, hey, turn on all the lights, open up all the doors. We're not touching anything. So we're going to walk in there. We're going to only have 2 of us at a time there. You know, so all these safety precautions. We're going to wear gloves. We'll wipe down everything afterwards. And most of all, we'll pray for your good health. And so I love throwing.
I like that one.
Yeah.
One other point that I was going to mention, this is a number to mention to buyers. And I just looked this up. And you can look this up on the MLS, do your hot sheet thing for the last 7 days, 1,700 price decreases. 1,700 price decreases in the past 7 days. So that's something to go to buyers and say, look, people are lowering their prices on their homes.
Wow.
Thank you, Ryan. That's a good point.
That's good.
Appreciate that.
And then the seller, it is your duty now. It's your responsibility. And so that's how I like looking at it, Marco. Completely different mindset versus, you know, this other stuff you were thinking. And that's all fine. That's why these are so valuable, is that, okay, I was thinking about this the way that God was, because doesn't this feel good? That it is your responsibility for the seller to let them know house prices are dropping. And if they continue to wait, the comps that they get on this aren't going to match up, and they're going to literally lose thousands of dollars. So you need, so, you know, then you talking to them, I would recommend, you know, that we move on this right now. So love it, Marco. Great point and discussion point on there.
Thank you, Dr. Hank.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you. Other thoughts, other comments?
I have a couple of thoughts. Hi, Kitty.
You
wanted to be in the frame so bad that I had to let it happen.
I see you, beautiful. You're beautiful. Thanks for showing yourself. Okay, Teresa.
I just have a couple of things to share. It's been a wonderful week. We have a wonderful new person, and I just want to welcome Paula Guthrie. We're so happy to have you here.
Hey, Paula.
Hey, Paula. So Paula and I have had some Paula's a broker, and we've had some very interesting conversations, and she has actually motivated me and inspired me to think, you know, deeper into some different ideas. And then being here with you, Dr. Hank, I'm even more inspired. So a couple of different things came up in the week's conversations.
Yeah.
And that is, who is our sphere? And so, you know, I'm a deep thinker. And so I thought, you know, really the 4 people that I want to focus on helping is, number 1, I want to help other realtors and other brokers.
Wow.
And so I've been reaching out to realtors and brokers to post and do FaceTime tours of their properties. And I got to tell you, I am making some incredible friends.
Oh.
And now they're offering to do the same for me. And so it's kind of like, so I've coined this whole attitude or movement, United We Stand.
That's great.
And then the second market, of course, is the first responders. I have 2 listings on Friday, and that is the sale of one of the chiefs in Keller, the retired chief in Keller, the sale of his home and the purchase of their new one. Awesome. And again, both of those realtors, I believe Julie is on here. Hi, love. Julie brought the buyer, and then the seller on the second transaction. So 3 incredible realtors. I have 2 incredible new realtor friends. And I have 3 happy families.
Yeah.
I can't think of a better thing to celebrate.
Yeah. That's
And you know what? All 3 realtors made a lot of money.
yeah.
And I just can't imagine doing anything else on the face of the earth
Yeah.
than being a realtor or a mentor or a listing agent or a friend. It just gives us the ability to just really significantly change other people's lives.
You bet. You
So
bet.
I'm just having a grateful week.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. I just wish the very same week for the rest of you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's great. Well, congratulations. You had 3 closings this week. And this first responders is a whole program that we have that, again, I would urge all of you to, ask me, ask Teresa. We share everything that we have, and we're even helping other agents from wherever, whoever. And whether we make any money on it or not doesn't matter. That we're helping them, sell the homes that they have, or helping their buyers, get it. And we have a bunch of technology in order to get that word out more so than anybody else that I know in the marketplace. And on the social media, we can blast it with squeeze pages, and we just have all kinds of resources to be able to share, what's being offered, and what buyers are out there, et cetera. So we're here to help other people. And then those first responders, we're at our condo complex, we're hanging white bows outside on the porch now.
Great.
And so our whole condo complex is filled with these white bows honoring first responders, and for, the work that they are doing, help, and the service that they're providing. So the good news with them, so we're helping these people that are helping all of us, okay? Then we're helping them do this. And the cool thing is, none of them have lost their job. Okay, so they're like in a really good position, and some of them want to right size, if you will, and so that's what's happening in like Teresa's situation, where they're getting out of the bigger house and the smaller, more affordable house for them, because the kiddos are gone. And so there's just all kinds of it just gets better and better. And remember, like when Teresa said on this money idea, that yeah, we all made money, and that's great. Money just means more freedom, and that's what our soul's purpose is. One of our soul's purpose is for more freedom. So this money is just a great thing, and for us to be able to make money, and that way we can use our money to do all kinds of wonderful things for ourselves, for our family, as well as for the world. So that's great. Other comments? Any questions? Anybody, stuck someplace mentally or with a deal or whatever? Can we help at all?
I have a couple of other things to share with everyone.
Okay.
So my third sphere of influence is called business to business, with the number 2 in the middle. And the results from that, what I encourage other people to do is to call 10 people that work for you. So you called them vendors earlier.
Yeah.
10 people that do a fantastic job, your CPA, your barber, whoever. And so this is how it has worked for me. I had a client last week close on a home. They needed a CPA. I gave them the CPA in my group. It's kind of like a personal networking, but it's very private. It's like they're friends.
Yeah.
So then 2 days later, the staging company that I had given 2 referrals to last month gave me a referral 2 days ago from a couple that's building a $1.2 million home, as well as I'm going to their home tonight in Carrollton to do a listing presentation. So the CPA has a brand new client of 2 corporate people. The staging company is going to come do the staging for the house that we're going to sell. And there's a whole lot of other people on the team and other realtors involved. And everybody is going to make money and everybody's going to help each other get what they want.
Yeah.
So we're supporting businesses.
Yeah.
Another thing, go ahead.
The beauty on that is that see, everybody wins in this. That, you know, there's plenty of business out there. You just need to start be thinking about that versus, oh, everybody's at home and nothing's going on. If you say that, you'll get more nothing going on. Instead, know that we got lots of business, we have lots of service, there's lots of money to be made, there's lots of ways to help other people to make money, and so it's great. So I love that B2B, and again, these ideas, I would write those down. Like I've been writing down, you know, I wrote down on your first responders, your B2B, and United We Stand, you know, just all of these things. So the sphere of influence, probably none of us thought about sphere of influence being other agents from other brokers, if you will. And again, we don't care what broker you're with. We're all in this together. We're all here to help each other. And then first responders, probably we didn't think about that either. And then B2B, and these people, these, you know, vendors, or actually I like it a little bit more intimate, like you said, they're friends, but, you know, business partners probably is, you know, a little bit more friendly, you know, than just vendors, that they're business partners or business friends, you know, maybe that's the way to do it, but it's important to use those words. So thank you, Teresa, just beautiful. Other thoughts? Well, with that, and it's 2 minutes to 1, so we got a perfect timing. And, you know, we didn't do this the last time, I don't think, but we're going to do a little singing now, okay? So this is my Abundant Money sing-along. And I always I'm going to start out every time when we do a little singing and dancing. So if you want to do some singing and dancing, here's some time. We all want to just have fun, you know, and just lighten up a little, and you'll see that everything that you've asked for will come to you. But here we go. We like to laugh and have more fun.
We like to laugh and have more fun.
As we increase our income.
As we increase our income. Everyone needs to unmute.
Unmute. I want to hear, Marco, I need that niece or daughter of yours to be singing. Abundant mindset is our new game.
Abundant mindset is our new game.
And money is our middle name.
Money is our middle name.
Only good things come our way.
Only good things come our way.
Abundant mindset is what we say.
Abundant
mindset is what we say.
You can watch our blessings rise.
You can watch our blessings rise.
As God gets us to magnetize.
As God gets
magnetized.
We expect to have it now.
We expect to have it now.
For we understand how.
For we
understand how.
Sound off.
Sound off.
Abundant mindset.
Abundant mindset.
Sound off.
Sound off.
Abundant mindset.
Abundant mindset.
Hey,
Hey.
La, da, 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 da. All righty, guys. Well, there we go. I love you all. Tomorrow at noon Central Time, we have health, wealth, and success, and that's for everybody, and kiddos and loved ones and all the people that you're in the house with having fun. And know that I love you, and know that everything is coming your way. Thanks so much for being on. Love you all. Take care.
Love you too. See you guys.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Say goodbye. Thank you.